Every time that I want to record a vlog, I'm nervous. This is my second time that I'm recording a vlog, and I hope that I won't delete it later. Salam Rafaqa, my name is Neil and welcome to my channel. So I wanted to, honestly, I'm not what I'm doing. All I know is that I'm going to record two videos. One of them is related to a book and movie, and the other one is not related to any of them. And I'm going to talk about a course. So I thought that while I'm getting ready for recording them, why I don't just record myself getting ready and talk about Shadow and Bone Season 2. I just finished it last night. I'm speechless. To be honest, last night all I was thinking was Shadow and Bone Season 2. I mean, I have a lot of things to say, but I try to keep it spoil-free. And yeah, so listen, I have my chai, tea with milk. I mean, it's really ridiculous because in my country, we just tea called chai. And when people just say, yeah, we have chai, I'm like, yeah, that's tea. So anyway, enough of culture and vocabulary. Let's do it. So I'm going to start doing my makeup while talking about Shadow and Bone. How do people do that? So I watched the TV show of Shadow and Bone Season 1 exactly just when it just got released. Just like they dropped it and I just started watching it. It was Corona. It was crazy out there, so you had nothing to do but watching TV shows, movies, and any kind of activity indoors. To be honest, I didn't start watching it because it was popular at the time and it was ranked, I don't know what, on Netflix. I don't have Netflix account. I mean, I have, but I don't watch anything from it. I just started watching it because of Ben Barnes, to be honest with you, because it's been a while since I watched anything from him. I mean, I watched his performance and actings in a lot of movies, like Dorian Gray, in Narnia, in Narnia? In Narnia movies as the Caspian Prince. And I knew, and you know, in the time that Marvel was shining, I knew that he was playing in Punisher TV shows as the bad guy. But I didn't watch that. I haven't watched the Punisher. So it's been a long time since I watched anything from Ben Barnes. And suddenly TikTok thought that it is the time for me to watch Ben Barnes movie, TV show, anything. I watched the TV show and I liked it. I liked the concept of it, the plot. Yeah, the plot was really important. And I immediately was like, okay, I really like the story, the things that are happening. I wasn't really sure about the main character. I don't know. I couldn't, I mean, oh yeah, she was fine. She was nice. I watched it, and after watching it, I realized that this TV show is based on books, Shadow and Bone books, and I was like, huh, interesting. That moment, at that era of my life, I wasn't really into books. I was in a very deep and dark phase of my brain. I couldn't do anything but I just could watch movies. I needed something visual to entertain me, and I watched a lot of good movies, TV shows, stuff. And I remember that back then I went to a directing classes as well. Like most of it was online, but I mean, before, yeah, most of the classes were online. And after that, I went to face classes. All I was into it was just movies. I wasn't really into books. I, yeah, yeah, I couldn't read. So when my friend suggested me to read the books, I was like, good idea, but I'm not really in that kind of mood to read a book. So I didn't read them. And moving forward, after a while, I met one of my old friends from high school. We start to, hanging out more, talking to each other more. And she reminded me of my passion and my love toward reading books. Back then in my high school, I was a book reader. I'm not calling myself a bookworm, I'm not, but reading books was the only activity I remember that I really enjoyed. Started reading books since last year, and again, so I read books, and finally they said that, hey, we are going to drop the season 2 of Shadow and Bone, and my friend said, I have the books. I mean, I have the translated ones. I started to read the first book, and immediately I was like, hell no. I don't know why. I mean, at that moment, I thought it was because of the translation, because for some reason they just changed the word darkling into something else. I mean, I had watched the TV show and my mind got used to the word darkling, and for some reasons Tarin was ridiculous to my mind. So I was like, hell no, I'm not going to read the translation one. And my friend said, I have the original version of it, not non-translated ones. So I took the books. Oh my god, when you start doing these things without any script, this is what happens. Listen, I am a slow reader. I like to sit down in my comfortable, cozy, I don't know, bed probably. And I want to sit down and read the book and imagine every single word in my mind. So I read the book slowly. I'm a slow reader. Okay. My friend just said, yeah, you can finish the book like in 2 days. And I was like, yeah, but no. I started reading it, and I think the first thing that just got me to not like the book a lot, it was the very first sentences. Let me find it.
A few moments later.
I can't find it. I tried, but I couldn't find it. But yeah, I think there was a sentence that I think it was one of the first sentences in the book, in the before part, that I don't know. They said something like, "Yeah, she's a special girl" or something like that. And I was like, "Really? Okay." I said, "Put your thoughts away and just read the book. Read, maybe you like it. Maybe she is really special. Maybe she is really not like the other girls." Yeah, I think that was it. It's like, yeah, she's not like the other girls. Not the word special. I think it was like, she's not like the other girls. That just irked me. I was like, oh, okay. After months of trying to read this book, I'm still in chapter 14 out of 22 chapters that this book has. I'm not really successful at reading the book. So after watching the season 2, something started in me. So based on the thing that I noticed, that season 1 is based on this first book. Season 2 was all two other books together combined. So I was like, okay. But my friend told me that, yeah, they just changed a lot of things, and she somehow explained them to me. I said that why I don't record the blog, and because of the blog, I might just read the book. I don't know if I'm going to just spoil anything because I already read half of the first book, or just make it a spoil-free video. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet, but the only reason that I'm doing this is because I want to read the other books. Like, the books are related to Nikolai, the Six of Crows, and I want to see what is happening. I have a lot of things to talk about season 2, but the last episode, episode 8, was something that just gave me some kind of, okay, now I want to see what is happening in this story feelings. Like, before that, the entire season 2, I was half like, I don't want to spoil the TV show, but I didn't like the acting of the main character. I didn't like the way that I think her name is Jessie May Lee, something like that. The actor of Alina. I really tried my best. I really tried to like her in the TV show. I mean, I don't know. There was something about her character and her acting that I couldn't just, I'm not one of those people. Okay, listen, I just get connected to the characters easily. I cry with a lot of movies. If it's just a little bit emotional, I'm done. I'm just crying. Or if they're trying to do their best to just act well, I just get attached to the characters. I really care about them. I really love them, and I want to see them to, reach their goals. I don't care if they are bad guys or good guys. I love them. However, my favorite characters are evils, the villains. But if the hero is good enough, why not? We all like a good story. Something about the main character that I didn't like it. I mean, I could somehow relate to her in the first season. She wasn't annoying to me in the first season, but in this season, oh my god, I couldn't. I don't know if it's just me, or is there anybody else who has the same feeling just like me? I didn't like the moments that she had with Mal, the other character, and I couldn't feel the chemistry between them in somehow, I don't know, and it really bothered me. So every time that she was in the TV show, I was like, oh my god, no. But I really loved the Six of Crows acting. I loved every single moment of them trying to even breathe in the TV show. I enjoy that. I really love them. I think that they did a fantastic job, especially Freddie, the actor of Kaz. I think Amita, the actor of Inej, Kit, the actor of Jesper. I cannot recall the name of the actual actors of violin, Nina, yeah, but they all did a great job. I really love them. I really liked the chemistry between Jesper and violin, and basically all of them. I mean, that was really interesting to me, and I really enjoyed it. But again, when it comes to Alina, I don't know, it feels like that she thinks that she's the badass, and she is the best. She knows everything, and she, it gave me that feeling like she thought that she's better than everyone, and I really do not like that kind of manners at all. But overall, I enjoyed the TV show a lot, but something really bothered me in the entire of these 2 seasons. The thing is that now we all know that Darkling is basically the bad guy, and we see him talking about the suffers that he had been through all of those years. You realize we see some kind of, flashbacks in the first season, and we just see just the tip of the iceberg of how Ravka's government was treating Grisha's so shitty. He constantly says in the TV show there is a reason for doing this, and he says that we cannot fix this, blah blah blah. He talks about all of those things a lot, right? And for one time, I've never heard that Alina asked, why? What had happened to you? Why did you do that? Basically, a single why. And nothing. And she even didn't ask from Bagra, I don't know how you pronounce it. I never heard Alina tries to understand why he did this. I've never heard that anyone was questioning why Darkling did this. No one asked. And I mean, it was really ridiculous if Darkling just start to walk around and explain other people that was the reason. It just like it feels like animes. If you want to be honest, I watch animes too. So yeah, it feels like animes if Darkling just started to explain his evil plan or something like that, or talks about his, I don't know, tragic childhood. But we can see that he did this because something was happening back then, and no one asked why, what happened, so what was the problem, so at least we know and try to fix it somehow, All the time, Alina was like, yeah, I'm not going to do your mistake. What was his mistake? If you know his mistake, what was his mistake? What did he wrong? And every single time she was like, yeah, I know that you did these things. I'm not going to do the same thing like you. I'm not doing your mistakes. Honey, you don't know his mistakes. You don't know the reason that he did this. You didn't know. And how do you want to fix it when you don't know about the history of Grishas and the thing that happened to them and how they feeling, what was the problem with the government at that point? Come on. That really bothered me, that no one asked why, especially Alina. She's the main character. She's going to save the world, and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna save the world, but I'm not going to know the reason behind it. It's like you go to the doctor and say, yeah, I'm sick, and he says, yeah, I'm gonna fix it, but I don't want to know the reason that you're oh my god, that really bothered me. To be honest, I really love the things that happen to Alina and other characters at the end of this is episode 8. I don't want to spoil it. Go watch it. I hope that just worked enough to make you to go watch the TV show. I think she deserved it, and I hope that they just stop making the full white main characters who everything they do is right and correct and there's nothing wrong with them. I just want to see that. I just want to read the books, especially the things that are related to Nikolai and Six of Crows. I want to see what is happening because I feel like that they are going to continue the TV show, the Shadow and Bone TV shows with Nikolai, and there's going to be a spin-off for Six of Crows, or they are going to still continues it as just it is just like this, the Shadow and Bone TV show. I don't know. Whatever they do, just don't ruin it. I think that's it. Yeah. Did I forget anything? Let's take a look at my hair. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this hair. I don't know. It's not curly. It's not straight. It's wavy, and I have to make these curls, and I don't know how to control them. However, my hair really needs a haircut. I have a lot of dead ends, as you can I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. I'm going to change my clothes. I have 2 videos to record, and then I'm free to read the book. Maybe while I'm cleaning, I just listen to the audiobook. I have the audiobook. Just this much of the book is left. And look at my bookmark. It's Tantan or Tintin. Here we call it Tantan, but I think the correct pronunciation is Tintin. I'm gonna update you with the reading of it. So bye for now. I think I read how many pages? Like 30 something pages. The thing that really bothers me in this book is that I don't know, there's something, I just cannot, find a connection. It's like the characters are just there. Even Darkling, I really like Darkling's character in the TV show, but in the book, I don't think that the characters are that good, or maybe I'm just judging it constantly and comparing it in my mind with the TV show. So I think that's the reason that I can't just find that kind of a connection with it. Now that I'm thinking, I feel like that I had the same problem with Ready Player One book. There were no characters that I really care about or really love them. Even the main character, I was like, okay. There were some items about these characters that I cannot relate to them. I can't just understand them. I don't know, I'm just watching them doing things, and yeah. I mean, I don't get it. Is it some kind of competition? He just asked Alina if she missed him, and she said, yeah, every day, and he said every hour. It's like that kind of, competition that some people have, that who has the worst life. Yeah, I miss you every day. I miss you every hour. I miss you every minute. I miss you every second. Mal is obsessed with the idea that Alina belongs with someone. He's mad if she belongs to Darkling. And then he say, you belong to with me. What? Oh my god. Hopefully we are at the end of this book. But we have 2 more to go. Oh my god. I mean, these last pages, the things that Darkling just said, it was like he was reading my mind. Bagra just said some words without any evidence, and she was like, oh my god, he's evil, blah blah blah. I don't care if he's really evil. There was no proof to Bagra's words, because she just you know, um, I don't know, she summoned some shadows and she was like, oh my god, you're his mother. It just reminds me of the song of Rapunzel, like, your mother knows best. It's been 2 weeks since I updated with Shadow and Bone trilogy. I was quite busy and overwhelmed by the course that I took, Celta. And tomorrow I have a flight and I'm gonna go to Turkey to, go there and study. So I was really busy and I was kind of overwhelmed. I was kind of anxious and stressed, not in a bad way, but yet I wasn't really in the mood of reading books, and my reading process was really dreadful. And after finishing book one, I thought that I lost some brain cells. I mean, I don't want to be mean, okay? I don't want to be mean. Because I said that not because the book was awful. I mean, it wasn't good at all, but yeah, I don't know how to say it. But yeah, I didn't really like the first book, to be honest. I found that Alina is really entitled. I didn't like her that much. I couldn't, you know, find a connection. First of all, sorry for my room. I'm trying to pack my things. Tomorrow I have a flight. I found that it's really hard to find a connection, and I can't get connected to Alina at all. And Mal is annoying, is super annoying. I found him that he's kind of selfish. He cannot see that Alina is next to any man, especially Darkling. I don't know why he is really against Darkling. Or maybe I know why he doesn't like Darkling. Okay, I don't know. So after finishing the first book, I was like, ugh, I don't want to start immediately the next book. For like 2 or 3 days, I didn't start the second book, and then I read like 12, 13 pages, and I was like, no, I can't read this. I can't. And my friend told me that, no, don't quit. If you quit now, you won't read the books ever again. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I won't probably read them. But the thing is, the books that I have, actually the English ones, are my friends. And I bought the translation trilogy of the books. Like after I finished this first season, I bought all of these. And I thought maybe I should read them in my own language. Maybe I can read it faster, and I was right. I mean, the translation is not good, but I can read faster, and now I know when to skip. Whenever Alina is talking about this stuff and she's describing and explaining, I just skip those parts and I just read the conversations. I found out that a lot of things is answering throughout the conversation, so I just read the conversation, and sometimes I look what Alina is telling us, and then if I see that it's not something really important, I just skip that. So I just read it really faster, now that I know how to read it. And because it's in my own language, I can just read it so fast and just move on. But for the English one, I have to make sure that I read everything and I get the things that is happening. But now that we have this character, Nikolai, I really love whenever Nikolai is there. So I read the things that are related to Nikolai, and whenever Nikolai is there, I read everything. I love that part. And I found him very interesting. Maybe Darkling and Nikolai so far are my most favorite characters. I mean, Darkling because he's the villain. I mean, he's not a very good villain, but still, he's a villain. Look at this. The covers are so nice. This is This is the ship. And this is Alina. And this is the first cover. I mean, they did a great job. Oh, darkling. So they did a great job about the covers. Look at this. This is so beautiful. I even love them more than the original covers. Look at that. Look at these things. This is beautiful. I'm gonna take the second, third book, and I'm gonna take probably Ninth House too to read them in the airport and whenever I'm free there. I'm not sure if I can just finish the third one, or maybe I just finish it and I don't know what is happening, to be honest. I'm really stressed, as you can see. And I'm trying to give you a quick, yeah. And I'm trying to give you a quick update about the things, about the books. Don't worry, I'm still reading them. Alina. I just want to finish this and just jump into the Six of Crows duology and then Nikolai's duology. Like this. Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere. You're hearing me from the apartment that I rent for a month because I just want to attend the Celta course. If you don't know, you can just check my So if you don't know about it, you can check my pre-course task, my pre-salsa course task. Yeah, pre-salsa course task. Yeah, you can check that. So I finished the book, the second book of the Shadow and Bones, in the airport, and when I was in the plane. I mean, it was good. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't fast paced as the first one, but it was good. I had to skip a lot of things, like literally a lot of things. I wasn't really into with all of them, especially the things that Alina was just describing and talking about them. But I fell in love with Nikolai. So yeah, now I realize and understand why people are obsessed with Nikolai. And oh man, I really love him. I think he's the only character that I really love, and I really cherish him and adore him. Uh, I even don't like the villain, and that's a red flag for me. So it shows that the villain is not good enough, and when the villain is not good enough, then the protagonist is not good enough. When you have a super cruel villain, you need a super cruel hero to save the day and save the world, blah blah blah. To be honest, I somehow can understand the things that Darkling is trying to do, especially in the TV show. It was more understandable for me. We never knew what he had been through. We are, I mean, I'm sure that he has his reasons. They might not be good, but he has a reason behind the things that he's doing in the story, and I could relate to them somehow. I was like, yeah, okay, so he decided to do it in a wrong way, but yet it's understandable. Okay, but for Alina, I mean, in the TV show, I was like, oh my god, you really try to show yourself as a good hero, as a super positive white character, which you can be. It's not the time for these things, it's just like outdated. No, we don't like that. I like the gray characters. I mean, even gray heroes are more interesting than white heroes. That's why I love Batman more than Superman. Yeah, yeah. And and here's my problem with Mal. He is super selfish. I hate him. I hate him. The only curse and characteristics that he has is that he is in love with Alina, and he's there. I mean, in some points in the second book, he mentioned that he is only just there because of Alina, and he has nothing to do, and he's just there, right? I mean, I just was like, okay, I'm happy that he knows that, but overall, he's just in love with Alina, and he is a tracker, and he's a good soldier, and he's selfish, and he only wants Alina for himself, and he doesn't understand that they are trying to save the world from duckling, and sometimes they need to do some politic or just fake things. You know, he just reminds me of a little boy who just wants his toys, and if you take those toys and say, listen, you have to do it just for like 1 hour, and then I'm gonna just give your toy back, they were just starting crying and nagging and complaining and, you know, killing the parents. Yeah, this is how Miles feels to me. He just gives me that one of little boy, and yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And he did a very stupid thing in the book, in the second book, and I was like, oh my god. And the way that just Alina was like, yeah, I don't care if he did that, I still want. Girl doesn't have any self-respect. If I was there, I would be pissed at him, and I would kill everybody in the room. Yeah, I was like, how did you do that? Why you did this? And how could you just forgive him? Because, you know, the same thing happened in the first book, and Mal didn't talk to Alina for just like the entire book. And at that time, you know, their relationship wasn't kind of, you know, they didn't know about their relationship, what stage they are in. But in the second book, they know that they are in love, and they know a lot of things about themselves and about their feelings toward each other. And then Mal did a crazy thing, and then Alina said, yeah, it's fine, I just moved on. I don't know. I didn't like that part, and I was pissed in the plane. I was pissed. I thought it felt for me like someone just punched me in the face, and I was really angry about it. But yeah, I don't know if I can start the third book or not. Sorry for all of those movies. The Neighborhood is literally was calm the entire day, and now that I'm recording it's just hell of a mess. I'm so sorry about that. So anyway, I liked it a little bit more than the first book, and I think it's because of the Nikolai. I have no idea what is going to happen in the third book. I don't know if I can start reading the third book today, because I have a lot of things to do. I will be kind of busy for just like 4 weeks. I don't know what I will do during these 4 weeks. I don't know if I have time to do extra things like reading books, but I'm gonna just update you if something happens. And yeah, that's it. See you later.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Thank you. back home. I'm in my safe spot, um, reading the third book of a Shadow and Bone series. It's still annoying. I mean, I'm at the end of chapter 3. Spoiler, Alina is so annoying. She is saying that she's trying to find a way to believe Darkling and find a way to forgive him. Girl, girl, Mal cheated on you and you instantly forgave him. And you abandoned Darkling because one person told you that he's evil and you believe him. And you never tried to see what is happening, what had happened to him, before all of those things. You even didn't ask why he created the fold. This is unbelievable. Can you even hear yourself? I am halfway through the third book. I'm reading the translated one, and I don't like this book. It's really annoying. If it wasn't because of Nikolai, I wouldn't read this, to be honest. And I'm even reading the translated one. I'm reading the translated one, so I can just skip parts easier. Olena is really annoying. Sometimes I even don't like the villain. I mean, sometimes Darkling shows some potential. I'm like, oh my god, this is a very good villain. Ooh, he's dark and mysterious, and I love him. But we never get to know him more. It's like people say he's like this, people say he's like that, but we never have the chance to know him more. Okay, so I want to give you an update about the third book. And just right after my previous video that I said why no one talks about Darkling's reason, Bakra just told Alina everything, and I was like, it's a little bit too late, maybe. And the thing was that, like, throughout this book, Alina was like, yeah, maybe he was right, maybe he was blah, maybe this is the thing that he wanted for Grucius. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you could have asked, you could have talked to him, probably, and none of these could have happened, probably. I finished it. I think it took me months to finish these books, and I'm free. I am free from reading these books. It was like a torture. I mean, the first book was kind of okay, and I was like, okay. I have watched the TV show. Yeah, my mom was comparing TV show and the books together all the time, and I was like, okay, the TV show is much better than the book. I was okay somehow with this book. I was like, okay, not good, but okay. And then I started reading this book. I was just reading it because of Nikolai. To be honest, I just could finish this trilogy because of the Nikolai. That's it. I even didn't like the Darkling until the very end of this book. you are making some mistakes when I don't like the villain. Because normally I fell in love for the villains. The villain was not good, the hero was not good, no one was good here except Nikolai, who was just funny, and I loved him and I adored him, and I think he is my new crush in the books, just because of Nikolai, right? I hate Mal. I hate Mal, especially this book. I was reading this book while I was in the airport and on the plane to go to Turkey for my Celta. I read this on my way, and I finished it when I was on the plane, and it felt like someone just slapped me in the face. And I was really furious. If I could, I would scream, but it's not a good thing to do, probably. I was in a public place, so I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even text my friends and say, what was that? Mal is super selfish. In this book, he was just got furious because Alina just simply was standing next to the Darkling. Just because of that, just standing next to the Darkling. They weren't making out. They weren't doing anything crazy. She was doing her thing, and he was doing his thing, and Mal was like, "Oh, not good." Oh my god, you're so sweet. And at the end of this book, he just cheated on Alina. And Alina was fine? Alina was fine with it. She was like, oh, I don't care if he cheated on me. I still love him. And she just simply left Darkling because someone just told her that the Darkling is evil. And she was like, oh, he's evil. Yeah, definitely. And she didn't talk to Darkling. She didn't ask what happened. She just simply ran away because Bagra just told her that Darkling is evil, and she just ran away. The third book was really bad. Oh my god. The entire thing, the entire trip to find this the Firebird was so pointless. I think I skipped through like 50% of the book. I was like, I'm done with it, and I just read the conversations, and I think that was enough. Half of it was just like walking around doing nothing, trying to find the Firebird, and suddenly they found out about the Firebird, and then Bagra finally told Alina what had happened. And after that, she was like, yeah, poor Alexander. Yes, maybe because of... Lady, if you ask that in this book, probably in this book, you and Darkling were just ruling Ravka in a very good way. But no, you didn't. Bagra finally told you, and you were like, okay. I might understand him, and I think it was chapter 17. Yeah, it was chapter 17 when I felt like, okay, this villain is good. He had the potential. And Lee, honey, you just ruined him. Lee Bordigo, you just ruined him. He was such a good villain. He had a very great backstory. You wasted his backstory. You couldn't develop his characteristics. I didn't like these books. I think I just gave these books like 2.5, 3 stars on Goodreads. I didn't like them. I love the TV show. And to be honest, I just watched the TV show because of the Six of Crows and Ben Barnes. Just because of them. And Nikolai was funny. So I didn't like Alina in the TV show. I didn't like Mal. I didn't like Alina in the TV show. Sorry for saying that. I know that she has a lot of fans, but I don't like her. And I know that Darkling has a lot of haters. In the TV show, I loved him much more. I think Ben Barnes just nailed it. He nailed playing Darkling. Bravo, Ben Barnes. You did a great job on Darkling. I think Jessie couldn't. I mean, she was okay in the first season. Let's be fair. I think she did a good job. It wasn't great. It wasn't like I say, wow, bravo, you just crushed the character. No, it wasn't like that. It was okay, but in the second season, I didn't like her. I didn't like Mal. The other characters were okay. Six of Crows storyline was perfect. It was chef's kiss. I really love that. And the thing that happened in the back at the end of like not at the end, like in the middle of the book to Nikolai, and then the thing that happened at the end of the TV show. Personally, I love the TV show version much more. It had the element of surprise, and I was like, what is happening? It was really good. I really love that part. I mean, it was okay here, but I love the TV show ones. So to wrap up this trilogy, finally, I can just say that I didn't like them. They were just okay, I guess. That's it. And I just read them because I wanted to read The Six of Crows and the books that are related to Nikolai, King of Scars, and The Rule of Wolves. Now I'm reading Normal People. I think I read almost 100 pages of this book. I like it. It's not fantasy. I'm more into fantasies, but this one is really good though. I mean, so far it was good. I'm looking forward to see what will happen in this book. When I finish it, I'm gonna make a video about it. And yeah, I'm reading a romance book. So I hope that you enjoy this video. It took me a long time to finish all of those things. I can wait for the next season of Shadow and Bones. I don't know if they're going to make it. I know that they probably are going to make TV show for Six of Crows. I don't know what will happen to Alina and Nikolai. So I'm looking for them. I'm waiting for them basically. Okay, so if you like this video, please share it, like it, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to talk about books, movies, basically the things that I like and I do in my life. Take care of yourself, and I see you on the next video. Bye.